Call the February 10th meeting to order. Roll call, Mr. Rivas.
Here.
Ms. Rudy.
Here.
Mr. Walk.
Here.
Ms. Gonzalez.
Here.
And myself is Mr. Cabral here. Item number 2, public communication and closed session item. Member of the public may address the board on items not on the agenda. Speakers will be allowed 3 minutes unless the time limit is waived by a majority of the board. The board will allow comments by members of the public on an agenda item during consideration of the item. The board may limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation, depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. The president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. Complaints against specific district employees should be resolved through the district's personal complaint procedure. The right to address the board does not exempt the speaker from any potential liability for defamation. The proceedings of the board are recorded and are part of the public record. At this time, any member of the public wish to address the board? Seeing none, we'll go to closed session at 5:01 p.m. 5:02 p.m. Thanks, Frank. Oh, the February 10th school board meeting to order. You're on the right page here. We don't have nothing new to report out tonight. We do not. Let's see. Approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as listed?
I motion to approve.
Second.
A second.
All right, Ms. Rudy,
Aye.
Ms. Rivas,
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez,
Aye.
and myself, Mr. Corpus. Aye. 5-0. Oh, Mr. Walk, I'm sorry.
Aye.
All right. Item number 6, public communication, agenda, non-agenda items. Members of the public may address the board on items not on the agenda. Speakers will be allowed 3 minutes unless the time limit is waived by a majority of the board. The board will allow comments by members on the public on agenda item during consideration of the item. The board may limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation, depending on the topic and number of persons wishing to be heard. The president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. Complaints against district personnel employees should be resolved through the district's personal complaint procedure. The right to address the board does not exempt the speaker from any potential liability of defamation. The proceedings of the board are recorded and are a part of the public record. At this time, would any member of the public wish to address the board? All right, seeing none. All right, flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Good job. Item number 8A, tonight we're going to remember Bob McConnell. We'd like to take a minute to remember Bob and the impact he has had on the community and the children of Newman Crescent Unified School District. Any words we put together will just fall short, so we will rely on words from Bob himself. Please join me in a moment of silence, and then after the moment of silence, we will be showing a short 2-minute video, I think Edward said, on Bob. Thank you. Edward, are you ready with the video, sir?
Boys and girls, this is Monday. Gosh, this is gonna be a great week for you. If you plan to get all the things done that you need to get done, it's all in your hands. You know, used to be a thing called mud slingers. Oh my God. People would throw mud into the water source and make it unable to drink it. And they were called mudslingers. And then we got to know the fact that also people are called mudslingers who say bad things about fellow students. Gosh, if you're going to be a mudslinger, that means you're going to have to get in the mud and get just as dirty. So please, and it's not just what you say, it's what you think, because mudslingers think, I'm going to do this. So when you think wrong about that boy sitting next to you, or that girl over there, oh my gosh, when you're even thinking that, that can become real sometime. So just don't think evil about all these kids that you love in this class. Would you plan that? Don't be a mudslinger.
Item number 8B, we have our musical theater department going to be showing us a little sneak peek of what's to come at the end of the month.
Hello, thank you for inviting us like we do every year. And this year we're doing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, in case you haven't seen any of our posts or anything going on. We open, whoa, hey. Surprising, I thought you came before. We open on February 22nd to a sold out show already. It sold out in less than 2 hours. We posted it, Coral was watching it just keep being sold during rehearsal and all of a sudden gone. We are not going to have our February 23rd show. We did postpone that until the following for another date due to the Bob McConnell celebration memorial. So we decided not to do a show that day. But we do have multiple tickets still available on our website or simavapa.ludus.com. And I know Nancy has that information and we'll be sharing that out on all the school websites and flyers going home for students. Tonight, we have a selection of students that are going to be doing our opening song. So if they could go ahead and join us to come on in. We have from 6th grade to seniors this year again. They're all excited because this is their first day really in costume and we'll see what happens. So. Okay. Yeah, it'll probably be more exciting to watch them from the front than the back.
Who can take the sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two, the Candy Man.
make chocolate. Quite simply, the greatest invention in the entire history of the world. Whoever could there be who doesn't love the tooth-tickling, tongue-tastical taste of a sweet bar of soft milk chocolate? Except dogs, of course. It's poisonous to dogs. But apart from dogs, there comes a time in every chocolate he imbibes when the chocolate he makes turns dark and bitter. And that's when he knows it's time to lay down his spoon, to hand it over to someone else, to someone new. The only question is, who can take a rainbow, wrap it in a sign, soak it in the sun and make it strawberries on pie? The Candy Man. I need to find a new me. Oh, the Candy Man can. The Candy Man can. The Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. I have to go back out into the world. The world. I haven't been out there in a very, very long time. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go!
The Candy Man makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes.
You can even eat the dishes.
Who can take tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
Dip it in a
dip
dream.
it in a dream. Separate the sorrow and collect up all the cream. The Candy Man.
The Candy Man.
Oh, the Candy Man can.
The Candy Man can. Yes, the Candy Man can. 'Cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good.
And the world tastes good.
'Cause the Candy Man thinks it.
They'll never recognize me now.
So thank you again. We open on February 22nd, and then it's a sold out show. So sorry, we don't have any more tickets. But the following weekend, the first 2 weekends of March, we will be out there with tickets for sale. And we hope you come to see everything they're planning on doing with us this year. So again, thank you for your time.
All right, item C, student board report from Valencia. Are you down there? Yep, she is.
Hi everyone. I don't know why they always put me after the performances because it's like so hard to top that, but okay. So for this month's report, starting off with our recent homecoming week, which was 2 weeks ago, we had our winter homecoming and the theme was being Night at the Movies. So the following dress up days for those were Monday, Inside Out, where each class grade got a dress as like the same color. So seniors were like blue, and then juniors and like sophomores, they got to pick their own colors. So that was really cool. And then Tuesday was Cat in the Hat, where it was rapper plus napper. I didn't understand that one at first. It took me a while too. But it was Rhyme Without Reason. And then Wednesday, Pinocchio Day, which was a white lie. So everybody could have a white t-shirt and then you could write just a lie, which was really funny to look at. And then Thursday, Happy Gilmore Day, Adam Sandler versus Country Club. And then Friday, Minion Day, where we just wore purple and gold, our spirit colors. So following that week was a homecoming basketball game. And then that Saturday was a winter homecoming dance. And then as for sports, the senior night for girls soccer was last Wednesday. And for boys and the cheerleader senior night, it was last Saturday. Basketball season is now nearing their end of their season, with the last game being on Friday. And track season has finally begun with their conditioning, as well as tennis and softball season. Now for the clubs, STEM Club held their t-shirt fundraiser on the 28th of January. And the NAMI Club has begun discussing their egg hunt, which will be held on March 8th. So FFA also held their booster crab feed on February 2nd, which was really successful, and they made quite a lot of money from that, so it was really cool. And then, so now onto our upcoming discussion. Our presidents of each grade have been meeting, and they've just been discussing prom and decorations and like how they want to go about it and when they want to announce the theme, because sadly it's still unknown, but it's okay, we'll find out soon. And then it was announced that on May 16th, seniors can start picking seat arrangements, and then so more announcements for graduation will be coming out because it's quickly approaching. And then for student council, we've been talking about holding a fundraiser so we could like hopefully get the end of the school year trip for our student council. We're thinking like Six Flags or like something. I'm not a big fan, but like, I mean, I will go. But so now Mr. Reeves just talked about it, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I was really encouraging like everybody to actually buy tickets and go see them perform because I know they worked really hard and like seeing that was like really, really good. So just if you got tickets, please like go out and support them and just make sure they feel loved and appreciated because they do a lot and it's actually really cool what they could put together. So that was pretty much it, but thank you.
Thank you. Item D, our attendance awards. Dr. Seha.
Good evening, Board President Cabral, Superintendent Pruitt, and members of the board. It gives me great pleasure to announce our attendance awards for the month of January. We'll start off with the best staff attendance with 94.74%. That goes to Bonita. No, I'm Steve Theory. Okay, and as far as our student awards for best student attendance and for most improved student attendance with 93.7%, 79%, and an improvement of 3.69% goes to Bonita, both awards.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item E, it's going to be our local control accountability plan or the LCAP mid-year update by Mrs. Vargas.
Good evening, Board President Cabral, Superintendent Pruitt, and members of the board. So tonight we're just doing the LCAP mid-year report, which back in May, when you adopted the LCAP, that was a 3-year cycle. So in May, it established the baseline. And then mid-year, it's now. So we're going to kind of, I'm going to go over a few of the where we're at as far as a summary, if we made progress and things that are still we're working on. So just to kind of summarize, starting with the academic achievement gains. So it shows here UC CSU requirements met by 64.2% of students. AP enrollment increased to 19%. Our target in the 3-year cycle is 25%. So we're moving in that direction. AP exam success rate improved to 74%, which is really pretty outstanding. That's a difficult. Those are difficult. It's difficult to get a 3 or 4 on those AP exams. Chronic absenteeism decreased from 14.7. That's where we started back in May, and we're down to 9.9%. Overall attendance rate improved to 93.6%, and that's something that we're still working on improving. And FAFSA completion rate says trending towards 80% target because the high school is just now kicking off their FAFSA trend. You know, the FAFSA season's just beginning, so we don't have a final percent on that. I did want to just sort of point out, you know, sometimes we talk about our CAST scores and we talk about our math being at overall 19% proficient, and that sometimes doesn't feel that's like our students prepared. But when we see that 64% of our students are prepared to attend a UC or a CSU, that's a real accurate picture of where our students are. That 64% are prepared leaving our STEMBA to attend a CSU or UC. And so we don't discount the state's measures of our CASP, like we're still working to improve our math scores, but that's one measure. And so when we look at these things, we, taking everything into consideration of an overall picture of where our students are. So the career and technical education progress, 23% of our students are completing CTE pathways. We are continuing to invest in CTE programs. There's been expanded pathway opportunities in healthcare, technology, and education. So we're still always focusing on college and career readiness, opportunities, and initiatives for our students. So those things are still in progress. English learner and special program success, 50.5% of our EL students are making progress towards English proficiency. Our dual language immersion program exceeding enrollment targets at 546 students. So the target that was set was lower than that. And so we had more enrollment than the target was set for the end of the 3 years. So we've already sort of exceeded our 3-year goal. 44 students receiving the state seal of biliteracy. Again, that's a really high number. If you look at county numbers, we have a really awesome Spanish department and really a TK-12 focus around language, but that is not an easy achievement to get the state seal. So that's really good. And we're continuing with our focus PD for English learners and our long-term English learners. Today, 4 of our schools had PDs for long-term English learners. I attended the one with Barrington, Hunt, and Bonita. Von Renner also had one. So it continues to be a focus, although we're making progress, we still have work to do. School climate safety improvements. Our suspension rates declined to 3.7%. Maintained low expulsion rate of 0.2%. 96% of our facilities inspection rating. All sites were good or higher from the FIT report. Strong parent engagement through multiple mediums. Our sites do a lot of work, whether it's through Parent Square, parent nights, parent communication, really working to kind of keep really good parent communication. Increased social emotional support services. So that was good. One of the things that I noticed on Saturday when we had the moms conference, that was organized by the mental health clinicians department. And it was really a great representation of parents and moms in our community. And so that's an example of trying to engage parents through multiple mediums. And so just moving forward. So as we look at the summary and we look at the data, here's some things that we're still focusing on. So implement targeted math intervention and support, enhance support for English learners and students with disabilities, continue comprehensive professional development. And that's really the team of administrators, teachers, and myself trying to just kind of identify priorities. So we're not all just going in different directions. That's, comprehensive and well thought out and planned. Continued focus on chronic absenteeism reduction, and then just maintaining successful programs. The success of the dual language immersion, AP course access, and CT course access. So that's kind of a summary of where we're at now. And then as we move into the spring season, we'll be updating the LCAP for May. Any questions?
Thank you. Item number 9, consent calendar. The consent calendar items are routine in nature and usually do not require board discussion. Individual items may be removed by board members and presented for discussion and separate action. The consent calendar will be adopted by a roll call vote. Can I get a motion to approve the consent calendar as listed?
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second. Ms. Rudy with the motion and Mr. Rivas with the second. Mr. Rivas? Aye. Ms. Rudy? Mr. Walk?
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez?
Aye.
And Mr. Cabral, myself, vote aye, 5-0. Action items, number 10A, California School Board Association, CSBA 2025 Delegate Assembly Ballot. We'll get a motion for item number A. Oh, that's right, the two people.
There's two people running, you can nominate none of them, you can nominate one of them, you can nominate both of them. But it'll need a motion. But there's two openings with two people running.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we give Mary and Ray our vote of confidence to be on the CSBA Delegate School Board. Mary Jackson from Turlock Unified and Ray Prock from Denair.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Royal. Mr. Rivas?
Aye.
Ms. Rudy? Mr. Watt?
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez?
Aye.
And Mr. Cabral votes aye, 5-0. Item B, approval of ELOP program plan update. Any questions? Can I get a motion to approve item B, ELOP program plan update?
I'll motion.
Thank you, Mr. Rivas.
I second.
Thank you, Ms. Gonzalez. Ms. Rivas?
Aye.
Ms. Rudy? Mr. Walk?
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez?
Aye.
And myself, Mr. Cabral votes aye, 5-0. Item C, accept Edie Bailey, Newman Crozan Unified School District audited financial statement report. Any questions for item C? Can I get a motion for item C?
I make a motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Rivas?
Aye.
Ms. Rudy?
Aye.
Mr. Walk?
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez?
Aye.
And Mr. Cabral votes aye, 5-0. Item D, approval of resolution 2425-06, placement of classified employee on reemployment list. Any questions for item D? Can I get a motion for item D?
I'll make that motion.
I second.
Mr. Rivas?
Aye.
Ms. Rudy?
Aye.
Mr. Walk?
Aye.
Ms. Gonzalez?
Aye.
And myself vote aye, 5-0. Item number 11, our future agenda items. We have coming up our second interim reading and I think school calendar. Item number 12, our superintendent report.
Yeah, just a few things to report. One of them is just kind of a brag about our community. I know every year we do the Dig Pink Foundation fundraising. And I think they were worried about their totals this year, that they may not raise as many funds as they typically do. And then they ended up earning over $18,000. So it was one of their high totals over the 10+ years that they've been doing this. And they're typically kind of in the top 5, top 10 in the nation for fundraising. So pretty proud of our community and the way they show up and support this. During this last week and a half, or I guess last 2 weeks, we've been meeting with every school, every department to decide on funding for next year, for what their goals are at their sites, what professional development they're looking at. And it really is a way to kind of target everything that we're doing in the district and try to keep the surprises down so that we're planning out ahead. So it's February and we're planning for next year already, as far as making sure we're keeping an eye on the budget and to be fair to Carolyn, because it's tough to do a budget when there's last minute surprises all the time. So. The other thing I want to highlight as well is our TK and kinder registration. Please, if you know anybody with any littles, please let them know. If you see anything on social media, like it, share it, get the news out any way that you can. We would like to kind of know what our numbers are because it helps us plan for next year. Again. And then obviously we had our moment of silence today for Bob McConnell. And again, just a reminder to everybody, February 23rd at the West Side Theater at 1 p.m. is when it will start. And then we have on the 21st, our facilities workshop. So that will be at 1:30, I believe, in the afternoon. Thank you.
Item 13, our board reports. Mrs. Rudy, you're up first.
I'll be really brief. Senora Andrade, thank you so much for including us for the dinner. It was really beautiful and it was nice to see what you and Ms. Juarez do with your group, and nice place to be able to advocate for your community of teachers. So thank you. It was really a fun night. Also, I got to drop by and see the dad's conference for a bit, and I don't think our clinicians are here, but I did the dad's conference and I did the mom's conference, and I think our mental clinicians deserve a big pat on the back because they do a lot, and I really hope that they continue doing what they do, because it was really an eye opener for some of these dads and moms to be able to have a safe place to be there for a bit. And I think in both of them, I got to see some people get very emotional, and they learned a lot about themselves. And I think, like I said, our mental clinicians do deserve a big pat on the back because of what they do. And it was just very nice to be able to attend both.
Thank you. Ms. Gonzalez?
My husband had the opportunity to attend the dad's conference, and he told me he saw you there. And he came home just bragging about what a great time he had. He had never attended anything like that. I was proud of him for going, but he had a great time and said that he was surprised to see how many men opened up at the conference, and it seemed to be a really fruitful experience for everyone that attended. I'm thankful that we have something like that here locally, especially in such a small community. Also, I did want to mention all of the art that we were all just Googling over out there. It's beautiful. It was really sweet to see too some of the, the younger children's sentiments about Bob McConnell. I appreciated to see that. And of course, the play was just beautiful. My son is a big Willy Wonka fan, so I love the red coat. I love the song. And I look forward to taking our family there later for next month, because I guess I can't go on the 22nd. Sold out.
I'm sure they can get us in.
Thank you. Mr. Rivas?
I don't have much, but I just want to thank you for that dinner. I believe we were, two out of, I don't know how many boys were there. They had everybody, all the school board members were there. And I counted, I think, 4 wows after they said that. I think everyone was like all shocked, like we all attended, and it was cool. But that's all I have, and again, thank you.
Mr. Watt?
Yeah, just to piggyback off that, yeah, thank you, Maria. It was great, great event to go and meet some other people who are doing, the same work that we're all doing up here. And finally, gonna go on some site walkthroughs next week, so look to report out on that, and looking at all the great work that's been going on in our district and being able to report out what we see in classrooms.
I went to the dinner as well. It was, I don't know how many people there was there, but I think we counted like about 125 maybe. Thank you for that. It was definitely a good night of conversation and talking with everybody. There is a lot of things coming up on the calendar, so I'll do my best to try to make as much as I can. This Wednesday is the breakfast right here. I think 8, right? 8:30. Okay. This is part of the time of the year. There's something always on the calendar, so there's a lot of events coming up. We had a workshop Thursday, talk about the financial status of the district, working through a couple things. There's going to be some changes. Obviously, we're going to try to save as much money as we can without impacting the kids in the classroom. It's a very tough tough decision that just has to be made. You know, and it's one that none of us want to do, but you know, for the strength of the district financially and then going forward in the future, we have to change some things around. I mean, inflation, you know, I don't know if you guys been in the grocery store lately. I just was there today. 18 pack of eggs was $18. I'm gonna start buying some chickens, you know? But just like everything else, the cost of everything is just going up. So like I said, we'll do our best. We'll try to limit the damage and, you know, try not to cut no programs or classrooms or anything like that, because our kids deserve the best, you know? We do have a couple of workshops coming up. I don't know if Justin had mentioned the new tax measure, S&T. I believe it's the Friday, the 21st, facilities workshop. That was on there. We'll be talking about how to use that money, prioritize all the things that we have to get taken care of. So, other than that, that's all I had. All right, meeting adjourned.